Hello everyone, welcome back to EGR 150. This time we're going back through repeatable testing. We're not quite done yet. We're going to hit on the last little bit of our period analysis. So, increments. How big are your steps? You don't want to miss variations in the actual performance. Like in this one, it's kind of smooth at first, and then it has a strange dip, and then it's kind of smooth at the end. If I use those red stars, if those are the only tests I take, well, then I'm going to guess that the performance looks like this, but that's not the truth. If I use the white X's, well, I get a lot more of that variation. There's still kind of an issue right here. I'm missing a little bit of that, but I've gotten a lot more of the variation by putting my tests closer together. But tests take money, so you can't just make it infinitely small. You have to realize there's some sort of trade-off between accuracy and cost. And also time. Time is money too. But the good thing is, if you realize later you need more tests, like there's an issue, you can use your initial test. You can keep all of those, hopefully, and you can add in the rest. So you just get finer and finer as you go, and you'd eventually stop when you have enough accuracy. So don't worry about this too much. It's good to know how much you're going to need from the beginning, so you don't have to waste time getting everything set up again, but you can probably, at least in many cases, just add more tests in later if you need to. Okay, come towards the end here. Order and determine. So order, which variable combinations will you test? Remember I said there's a bunch of variables that you're testing, and some of those are control, some of those are independent, some of those are dependent. Well, those control and independent variables, those are the important things right here, because you're going to be testing a whole lot of things. And you can't just test one variable, change it all the way, and say, okay, I found that it's best at, right here. That variable is best there. And you can't take a second variable and say like, okay, well that variable is best right here, because their together performance, while still good, is not the global maximum. The big issue here is that you can find a local maximum by testing one variable and looking at its effect on what you care about. But you can only find the global maximum, the true best performance, by testing everything at once and changing it over and over again. So you have to change all these variations possible. By testing all the possible variations, you can find the best performance. Now, that's why you have to think about it, because certain variables are probably more important than others, and those are the ones you're going to want to try more variations of. Some that aren't so important, you might try a few variations of. You might try a couple combinations of the variables, but you might not really care that much. And you have to work at that. That's a skill you gain over time in figuring out which one's better. Okay, last one is determine. How many tests do you need? This is literally just a sanity check to make sure you actually can pay for or accomplish what you want in the time that you have. So let's say you had 1,000,000 tests and each of those took 5 seconds to test. Well, that would take 154 work days. It's 154 8-hour days to finish. Do you have that much time? I don't. I can't take half a year to test something. Do you have the money to scale up so you can do more tests per day? Maybe you can do it on multiple computers. Maybe you can do it at multiple labs. There's lots of ways you can still accelerate this. To be super honest, I have done millions of tests before, but I used supercomputers that could do them very quickly and do hundreds of tests at a time. So you can find ways to get around this, but you still need to think about, am I spending too much money, taking too much time? Okay, with that, we've kind of come to the end of our period analysis. If you have more questions, or if you want me to try an example of this, please let me know. Send a question to the Q&A forums or email me. Hope this helped you, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.